name is Byron Hebert, and this is another Tool Time update brought to you by your friends at PKF Texas and the Entrepreneur's Playbook. We've been talking about Birkman and how we use it in our organization to set teams up for conflict resolution, for hiring purposes and coaching. And we've been going through the 11 components that make up all the components that make up our personality profile and how we come to work every day. And it's an accumulation of all of our life's experiences and how we bring that to work. One of the 11 components is activity. And activity, as you can imagine, is what kind of energy level you bring to work. A low activity level doesn't necessarily mean that you're not going to be busy or productive. It simply means that you may be a little bit more thoughtful about how you're going to expend your energy at work before you jump into a project or something like that. Someone with a high activity is going to be more likely to dive in with both feet and take off, and may not think about all the steps along the way. And so it's not a bad idea to put someone with a high activity score with someone with a low activity score to make sure that projects are getting done right the first time and you're thinking through them. And you remember we have our usual style, which is our reputation, the way people see us every day, our need, and then what our stress behavior is. And what we wanted to find out is we have someone with a high need for activity. We want to make sure we're keeping them busy. We have things for them to do. And someone with a lower activity level, we want to make sure that we're explaining them the importance of what they're doing and make sure that they understand it, so they're going to expend their energy. But before they expend their energy, they want to know they're heading in the right direction. Again, not good or bad. Low or high is not good or bad. It's just the way we're hardwired. Again, this is activity. My name is Byron Hebert. This has been another Tool Time update brought to you by your friends at PKF Texas and the Entrepreneur's Playbook.